Hello everybody, welcome to the T350 show, Bowden Tactical in the BYOAR studio. I'm Jim with Bowden Tactical. Good to see y'all again this week. So last week we did a couple shows last week. We did our show here live on Tuesday, and then we did the show in Cincinnati. Let me reload my screen here and see if I can get this to pop up so I can see who's here and who's not, huh? Uh-oh. I did something. I got into YouTube. There we go. And let me do a reload. And there I am. Okay. Got it. Now I can see who's in and who's asking questions and who's talking. So last week, like I said, we were in Cincinnati for the Gun Stuff TV show. If you didn't get a chance to check that out, you can go to Gun Stuff TV on Facebook. And the title of the show was The Apocalypse Week 4 with Bowden Tactical. So they're doing a whole series of shows based off of the everything going around with the virus, and ours was the Apocalypse Week 4 with Bowden Tactical. We had a lot of fun with those guys. Real good show. Did some filming, some marketing videos, and then we did the half-hour show where we just kind of sat around and talked about guns and gun parts, and you know, it was amazing how fast a half an hour went. You know, he's like, okay, well, we got to wrap it up, and I was like, oh, we've been here 5 minutes. What's going on? Thought we were doing a half an hour, but yeah, we had a blast doing that. So if you get a chance, go check that out, and I think we're gonna pop in there via Skype or whatever what that is on Thursday and talk to them guys for a few more minutes about the giveaways we got going on over there and we got going on over here, and just kind of wrap everything up with them. So last week on our show here in this studio, we talked about lowers, and we had a lot of good feedback on our comments in the AR Architect group. Jeff Guire, I believe that's how you pronounce that last name, Guire, so I'm going to say it's Jeff Guire. He won the sticker pack and the keychain last week. That got sent out to him. He probably should have that by now. Jeff is a certified armorer. He was trained through Bushmaster, and he's been a certified armorer since 1988. Hi, Sean. How you doing? And he's in the AR Architect group. So he'd be a really good guy to hit up if you got questions, concerns, problems, something you're not sure what's going on. Get in there and hit up Jeff Guire. And he said he loves to help out new people, new guys, new gals, and help get them into the shooting sport. So we love having guys like that in the room. I can't be in there all the time, and you know, it's nice to have guys like him and Ken Whitmore and Russ Jackson and these guys that have been doing this for a long time. They can be a great resource to help backstop anything we got going on there. So if I'm ever not available, and hell, I don't know everything, so you know, I run up against things that I got to ask them guys. You know, I got to go looking for an expert to ask, because I've seen a lot of things, but I haven't seen everything, and there's always room to learn. So make sure you hit those guys up if you got questions. Let's see. Our giveaway. We talked about the giveaway that we started last week when we were at Gun Stuff TV. So our giveaway for the 4th of July is this beautiful 4-color Cerakoted Old Glory battle-worn handguard, American flag. You know, and the coolest thing about this is that the way our Cerakote guy faded this thing from black, so it works very well with a black upper and lower. You don't get that solid line of demarcation where you've got black and then all of a sudden color. This thing really works well with a black receiver set, so you don't have to have a Cerakoted upper and lower for this handguard just to look fantastic on your gun. So there's a comment section. It's comment, like, and share on the BYOAR page to get you into that drawing. And if you post a patriotic picture of some sort, your gun with some kind of red, white, and blue, a picture of you when you were in the military, you know, anything kind of patriotic, that gives you an extra drawing, extra chance at that drawing. You'll get 2 spots in the drawing instead of just 1. So hop over there and do that and get in on that drawing. We're going to do that next week when we get back from July 4th. And we do have a separate drawing going on over there at our tactical page for our OEMs, but that's for another side of the page. We're going to give away a custom hand or a muzzle brake designed to some OEM manufacturer over there. So this week, oh yeah, and with that giveaway this week, this handguard is going on special this week for July 4th. So believe it or not, we're going to sell you this 4-color, beautiful Cerakoted handguard for $125. Right? Where are you going to get a 4-color Cerakoted handguard for $125? Nowhere but BYOAR.com. So that's going on all this week. Hop over there and get you one. I think we have, I'm probably guessing we only got 15 or 20 of those left. We don't have a whole lot of those left. We hope everyone has a good, safe July 4th coming up. Be safe, you know. Don't drink and play with fireworks. And gas piston setups available. No, we don't have any kind of gas piston setups. Our handguards actually don't work with the gas piston setups because of the length of our barrel nut. It interferes with the activating rod. So you'll notice on our website that all of our handguards have a disclaimer that they don't work with the piston system. So yeah, they are temperamental. They work well when they work well, and they don't work well when they don't work well, and they get very dirty. They're hard to clean, in my opinion. So I've never really used one. I've seen a few of them, but I've never really been one to shoot one. So this week we're going to take a look at targets and what we shoot at, besides critters when we're hunting. You know, somebody said, you know, we put up there, what do we shoot at? And I forget who was, he commented that anything that's running through the woods. So I definitely related to that. In fact, you know, I know you guys know it's getting, every week it's a week closer. You know, in 3 weeks I'm heading to Texas to go boar hunting down south or east of San Antonio. So I can't wait to get some pictures and get some video. I don't know if I'll be able to do live down there. The last time I was down there, the cell reception was a little sketchy. So, but I'll definitely get some recordings and some stuff to post afterwards when I get back into where I can have some signal, get back to civilization. We are out there in the boonies. It was pretty neat to actually be out there at midnight hunting hogs and look up. I've never seen so many stars. You know, you don't realize how many stars there are until you're somewhere where you're hundreds of miles from any kind of light source. So really looking forward to that. But anyway, targets, there's a comment section on the Architect page. There's been a bunch of comments. So we'll give away another sticker pack and keychain. Everybody seems to like the keychains. 1x1. Sean says he likes the 1x1 0 targets. Yeah, 1 inch by 1 inch. If you can hit that at any kind of distance, you're doing good. Hey, Caleb, good to see you again. I see Caleb's back. He's with us every week. So, you know, we had a bunch of guys post up the different targets they like to shoot at, and I got a handful of stuff here. Just going to show you. One of the most common ones is, of course, the Shootin Cs targets. I really like these. You know, they're self-adhesive. You peel them off. You stick them on whatever you need to stick them on. They got some repair dots in them. So if you shoot out your X, you can put a new X in the middle. If you're doing some MOA testing and you want to block, you know, you got three. You shot 3 shots already, and you want to try some different ammo. You can block the 3 dots off, shoot 3 more. MOA testing is minute of angle. Okay, those of you that may not have ever heard that before, that is the distance from shot to shot to shot, and you know how big of a circle it fits in. You know, the standard is 1 MOA. You know, you want to be able to hit 1 minute of angle, and that means all 3 of your shots are within that 1-inch circle. There's a lot of good apps you can get on your phone that you get into the app and you shoot your target and you take a picture of what you just shot, and you plug in the variables into your phone and it'll compute the minute of angle for you. You don't even have to try to take a pair of calipers and measure and you know, put a circumference around. You don't have to do any of that. You just download these apps and take a picture of what you shot, and it'll get your MOA or minutes of angle for you. And like I said, you know, 1 MOA being the standard at 100 yards is what everybody strives for. So the reason I like these Shootin Cs is because, one, because of the bright color that's around them. The rings are in a nice bright color, easy to see. The other thing that's really cool about them is that you can see that when you shoot them, a little bit of the black, it's kind of a film, an overlay film on the color there, that it peels off. It sloughs off around the hole as the bullet passes through. So they're very easy to see. Yeah, you know instantly where you've hit. You don't have to worry about getting out your binoculars and trying to see where the black hole is on a black target, because you get that brightly colored ring around where the bullet enters into the target. So really cool. And again, most of these come with repair dots. You can, you know, repair the shots that you just did. Maybe, you know, these up here, instead of using them as 1-inch targets, you can use them to repair your bullseye if you shoot out your bullseye. So, you know, these are really nice targets. A little more pricey, obviously, than just plain old paper targets, but they're really nice targets, and I really like using them. I use them quite a bit at the range. So, you know, and we talk about paper targets. The standard is the, you know, your body silhouette targets. There's a bunch of different styles in these. Yeah. Mostly these are pistol, for shooting pistol, but you can use them for your AR. Target's a target, right? You're just trying to hit the bullseye. And so I got these from, you see the name here, Sherwin Shooting Sports, is a local gun shop down the road from us. They have a Facebook presence. If you're in the local Cleveland area, check them out. Nice little gun shop. He was kind enough to give us these targets today for the show, so we really appreciate that. Give him a little plug, Sherwin Shooting Sports in Eastlake, Ohio. And these are really nice. I like these too. So you can see you got, and I know my cameraman's a little colorblind, so that they have different colors that you can get if, you know, you have trouble seeing one color or the other. So the nice thing about these is they got the markings on them. So in the big square, you've got 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up. This is clicks, okay? At 100 yards or 50, or these are probably 25 yard, right? Yeah, these are 25 yard. So, you know, 1 click. If you're over here, you're going to go 2 clicks up, 2 clicks to the left to bring you back to the bullseye. If you're shooting at the center target, you use the outside perimeter. If you're shooting at the small target, you use the small perimeter. Okay? So, real nice little thing to give you a quick adjustment when you're shooting at these. So, you know, anything can work as a target, really. Oh, and, you know, you got, everybody loves steel plate, right? I saw a bunch of votes for steel plate. So this is AR 500, right? Is that the, I think this is AR 500 steel. So, you know, these are really nice. Guys love ringing steel. You know, you get that instant gratification. You shoot and ting, you know, bing, it sounds like someone's ringing a bell. So always use these the way they're intended to be used, and that's hanging You don't want to put these down on the ground at an angle, like say like this or something, up against a tree or up against a log and shoot at them. Ricochets can and will happen. It's kind of dangerous to do that. These are designed to be hung, right? So that when the bullet hits them, right, they move like this, and that causes the bullet to hit, and what doesn't pulverize basically immediately is driven towards the ground. As the target swings backwards when it's hit, it wants to drive that bullet down to the ground. Okay, and you know, these are meant for shooting at a little bit of a distance. You know, I definitely don't want to shoot steel at 25 yards because little pieces, parts are flying, the bullet's fragmenting. You can see we've got this one marked where the 223 was hitting it, and you know, the 223 is pretty much disintegrated on impact. They didn't even dent the steel. We started to get into some 30-06, and you'll see back here we got some 308s, and they started to cause some damage. There's some erosion in the plate. So, you know, the bigger the bullet, the more damage it does, right? So just make sure if you're using steel plates, you use them safely. And always wear eye protection and ear protection when you're shooting. Okay. What do we got for questions here, Russ? Reactivate targets, steel plate, dueling tree. Oh yeah, the dueling trees and the ground flip targets are really cool. There's like a star. It's got a bunch of paddles on it, and little things stick up, and you shoot it, and you know, it goes tumbling, and they're like a polymer, you know, something, and they go tumbling, and as soon as it stops, boom, you shoot it again, and you send it tumbling again. You know, it always lands with one of these arms with the little round thing up, and you just shoot at it, and you send it tumbling again. So you're always chasing the target. And the dueling trees are cool too. You know, you know, there's a tree here, and there's targets on either side, right? And the idea is two of you are shooting these things, and you're shooting this side and he's shooting that side, and you want to get all of the targets flipped over to your opponent's side. But while he's shooting and flipping targets to your side, you're shooting and flipping targets to his side, and whoever gets all the targets flipped to the first side or your opponent's side is the winner. Those are always a lot of fun too. So the last thing I'll show you is my old favorite, the old kitty litter jug, right? I get a bunch of these. My wife, you know, we got cats, and I get kitty litter jugs. I get the Downy fabric softener that the wife buys in the gallon jugs. I'm fortunate enough to have some property, and I've got a few hundred acres behind me that I don't own all of it. I own a little bit of property, but I'm fortunate enough that the neighbors let me go back there, and it was timbered off right before I bought the property, and when they timbered it off, they pushed up some roads to get the timber out, and when they were bulldozing the roads up, they left some dirt piles back there. So I have some natural backstops back there, and I hang up some wire frames, and I'll hang these things from wire, you know, just plain old speaker wire, whatever it might be, you know, that way if you shoot it and it falls, whatever, it doesn't hurt anything. But you get that instant gratification of knowing you hit this thing, because you know, as soon as you hit it, it starts swinging, it starts moving. So, and they're, you know, they're just about indestructible. You know, they will shoot them out eventually, but yeah, you can also turn it the other way. And same thing here with these boxes. You know, when I showed you this box with this on it, right? I'll take a box like this, and I'll throw a couple shovels full of dirt in it, and then I'll seal it, and then I'll set it in front of my dirt pile, and I'll shoot at it and shoot at it. When I've shot that side out, I got another side. I can put a target on the other side, and a nice inexpensive target. So, and you're going to throw these into the recycling bin anyway, so you might as well shoot them up before you throw them in the recycling bin. And the nice thing about these is, you know, if you're doing pistol, you're training with your pistol, and you're looking for that silhouette target, you know, the chest size target for self-defense training, you know, this is a chest size target. So if you can hit this, you can hit a chest size target. So. So, that's kind of all I got for targets. Anything will work for a target, right? Always be safe. Always wear eye protection. Always wear ear protection when you're shooting. Make sure you have if you go to the range, they have, the ranges are set up for safety. But if you're shooting in your backyard like I do, make sure you have a backstop that you're shooting into, some dirt. Go to the junkyard, get a bunch of old tires, fill them full of dirt, stack them up. It makes a great backstop. Railroad ties, anything like that. Create your own backstop, and always know what's behind your backstop. Like I said, I've got hundreds of acres back behind me. I can go a mile through the woods before I reach another house. So I'm very confident that no bullet's going to make it to somewhere where it shouldn't be. And you always want to make sure that that's the case. Don't ever shoot skyline. Don't ever shoot when you don't know what's behind it. Okay, so that's targets for the week. Again, if you got any other suggestions, comments, get them up there on the architect page, and get in on that drawing for the sticker pack and the keychain. Everybody seems to like the keychains. There was some cool comments about our new keychains. Let's see, do I have one here? I thought I did. Yeah, I do. So there's our little AR-15 keychain. It says BYOAR.com on it. So you'll get one of those with your sticker pack. And so we were going to do the gun show here, local gun show here in Cleveland, at the Berea near the airport, and unfortunately, due to coronavirus concerns and staffing and occupancy concerns, they had to cancel the gun show again for July. So we're going to try again at the end of August. Hopefully, we can get past this thing and get back to normal and get back to doing some gun shows. But we are still going to do our Zoom build along July 16th, so mark your calendars for that. If you're ready to build a AR and you're not sure how to do it, you need some help, you can sign up to get in on that build along. A very nominal fee to get in and get that one-on-one training and help to build your AR. So next week, don't forget, $20 off our Old Glory Handguard. That's our deal this week. And don't forget to get in on the like, comment, and share of that post on BYOAR and get in on we're going to give one of these away next week. And be happy to give away one to you. Next week we're going to talk about troubleshooting an AR, tips and tricks for troubleshooting. Are you short stroking? Failure to feed, failure to eject, the different problems that can come up, especially when you've just built a rifle. There's a host of little things that have gone wrong over the years when I've built them. The first few rounds didn't want to eject, failure to feed, just different things, gas block misalignments. And we're going to talk through those things and give you some quick ideas and tips, using a little bit of brake cleaner down your gas tube to figure out if your gas block is aligned or plugged. There's all kinds of little tips and tricks that you learn over the years, and we're going to share some of those with you next week. So thanks for joining me this week, and we'll see you next week on the show. And remember, you don't have to be an expert to build your own AR. You don't have to be an expert to maintain it or upgrade it. We're here to help you do that. Thanks, and we'll see you all next week.